Hello. Welcome to episode 2 of T4Chats. Today, our guest is Kendall.
Hi.
So, we're going to be interviewing Kendall today. It is actually, what is today? It's now June.
No,
May 31st.
it's May 31st.
And it is
It is like 30 past midnight.
yeah, so it is 12:30 in the morning on May 31st. We just got finished watching a movie. What movie were we watching? Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
Yeah, we just watched Wayne's World.
And then we went and got Insomnia Cookie.
Yes. Yeah. It was very good. It was very good.
Great.
But here we are. We've hit our second wind about an hour ago, so we decided to go ahead and record this week's episode. That way I can edit it tomorrow in my extremely busy day on Saturday before I go to my first camp of June, Maywood. If you're going to be at Maywood this upcoming week, I'll probably see you because I'll be there. So look forward to that if you're going to be at Maywood. So without further ado, let's meet you, Kendall. So where are you from?
Well, I was born in Missouri, but I grew up in mainly DC.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to high school in Georgia.
Okay.
I've never lived anywhere longer than 5 years. So I was a military kid.
What branch of the military?
Army.
Okay.
Yeah. So my dad was in the Army, and I was born in Missouri, and then we lived up in like the Washington area, and then Kansas, North Carolina. I lived in DC in like 2016 when Trump was first elected.
Oh, okay.
So that was a crazy time to be up there. But then we moved down to Georgia.
Okay. Did you prefer it in DC or Georgia? DC.
I definitely preferred it in Georgia, not DC.
I was about to say.
DC was a really dark time.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy. Sometimes, like, I forget that I lived up there, and then it'll, like, hit me, like, in class one day, and I'll be like, that was insane. Anyways. But yeah, I definitely preferred it in Georgia.
Okay, yeah.
Not DC.
So I think I did the questions out of order. I think I was supposed to ask you what your major was before I asked you where you're from, but what is your major?
I am an environmental science major. I started out as engineering, which is how we met.
True.
And I hated it, and then I left.
Also true.
I hated it, and I decided that I didn't want to do it anymore. So I went back to what I originally wanted to do, which was environmental science.
Okay. And our last question is, tell us something about yourself that we might not know just by looking at you.
So in high school, I was actually an apprentice for a jeweler.
Okay.
Like for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
It was my senior year of high school, and I had to pick something to be an apprentice, like do an apprenticeship with.
Okay, yeah.
And I ended up finding this local jeweler, and she took me on as her apprentice, and I worked with her for about a year before I graduated.
Okay. Like what was that like as far as like working? Was it like you had like a specific work schedule every week, or?
I was pretty much up there whenever I wanted to be.
Okay.
I
just sort of like an office hours type thing?
More just like she was up there the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much on and off. Her and her, like the two women that she worked with, were up there, and if any of them were up there, I could go work.
Okay.
So I would go every week for about 3 hours, I think, and I'd just work on whatever I needed to work on, and then I'd go home. I ended up, let's see, I had about 15 pieces by the end of my time there, and that wasn't including the like mess ups and the things that I scrapped and whatever.
So those were like 15 like final projects that like you were proud of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily proud of, but they were done.
Yeah, they were done. Okay. what was out of those 15? What was your favorite out of all of them?
There is a pair of earrings that um I worked on for like 2 weeks, and
Mm-hmm.
it took me like 3 attempts to do, but they look like little shields
Mm-hmm.
almost. I never wear them. I don't know why I don't, but it's copper and silver.
Okay.
Um and they're pretty awesome. I
Hmm.
like them. But I worked with everything from like I think I did one piece with like sea glass. Um I did one piece that was like just crazy melted silver on like a
Okay.
pendant.
Yeah.
Um and there were a lot of pieces that didn't make it to the final project, but I was really proud of it by the end of it cuz I mean, I went from not knowing how to work with metal at all or leather at all
Mm-hmm.
to like I would be up there and I wouldn't even talk to the other 3 women while I was working on my pieces, and I'd finish like one set of earrings in like one day, and then I'd be like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Um, but it was like found objects as well.
Okay.
Like we would use whatever stones we found in the shop or like scrap pieces of metal,
Mm-hmm.
screws, nails, whatever, and we would work that into jewelry as well.
So you would use that and make it into like a piece of art rather than like melting it down and then
Yeah,
using it as like a base. Okay, that's actually really
yeah.
cool.
And I wish I had done more with it, but I didn't continue it after high school
Hmm.
because I didn't have all of the tools.
Yeah, I mean that's a hard hobby to get into if you don't have the
It's an
funding.
expensive one.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
um, but yeah, that's something that I'm really proud of actually.
Yeah, I know. You have a necklace that's like a little pocket knife.
Mhm.
Didn't
Yeah.
your jeweler give that to you?
Yeah, she actually I wish I had it. I don't know where it is. I lost it when I went home last weekend, but
I was about to say it was in the
um
cup holder of my
it
truck
was
for a
in your
while.
truck, but yeah, it was like a kind of parting gift kind of.
Mm-hmm.
She like found it in the shop and she was like, "Hey, I know this is kind of like your vibe. Do you want this?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely, I want it." Um so I ended up taking that. I think I made the jump ring that it's on,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put it on a chain that I
Okay.
just found around my house.
Hmm.
But it's like my favorite piece of jewelry ever.
Yeah,
It's
it's
awesome.
definitely really cool because it's like an actual like functioning.
Right, it's sharp.
Yeah. Hmm.
Like
Very
I have to
cool.
make sure that it's like closed. Like if I wear it to sleep,
Hmm.
because I'll forget to take it off, I have to make sure that it's closed so that it doesn't cut me in my sleep.
Yeah.
It's really sharp,
Yeah.
but it's a really cool piece. It was hanging on my like car mirror for a long time.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I definitely think that that's something that's different, but is still like really cool to have like on a necklace.
yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah. Well, thank you for joining us on the show.
You're welcome.
I have no idea how long it's been. It feels like it hasn't really been very long for this episode. But hopefully it was a good length.
Maybe.
Hopefully. But
If not, I can find something else to talk about.
eh, whatever.
Whatever. It'll be fine.
Whatever. It'll be
It'll
fine.
be fine.
Whatever. Well, T for C and whoever else is watching, I hope you have a very good night or a good day or a good morning whenever you decide to watch this. This will probably get posted on June 1st, Sunday. I've been trying to post every Sunday as best I can. And I hope to see you all very soon. Y'all have a great day.